I've not used it before.
So you both do.
I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. Go ahead and give me a rope use proficiency check.
Let's see. Oh, I can't see the dice. It's under the turn order.
That is a pass. That is a pass. So, you succeed in tying him up. You basically push him over and hog tie him.
Right.
You're not you have spare rope, right?
I'm using Lafdul's rope.
Okay.
Silk rope though.
Okay.
Still 60 feet of it, or is it 30?
Should be 50.
50 then.
I think.
I'm corrected.
Oh, well, then we can use it extra to tie him to a pole and carry him down the street with a rug on top of him.
I'm not sure if you could. I mean, like, even if Higgimus takes one end and you take the, I'm not sure that you could.
Okay.
All right, but you get him tied up. And at about this time, there is some rushing feet as the town guard comes up to the gate, and someone calls out, what's going on over there?"
Some monsters attempted to abduct a woman.
So
Come and help us.
I still don't have a chance to use the ESP potion?
Okay, that you want to use that right now?
Yeah, that was the plan. I was going to
Okay.
try to detect the thoughts of Yuto, the other guy, upstairs.
Are we not
Okay.
in
Maybe
order?
Himiko's thoughts.
We're not in combat anymore.
Okay, I got some things I wanted to do as well.
Okay, then.
I was waiting until you give me the opportunity to do it.
All right, sorry. Yeah, while they're tying up this creature, Ockar chugs the potion. What do you want to do, Higgimus?
I want to secure Hamiko, and I want to drink the treasure finding potion.
Okay, define secure.
I already have her guarded.
You have her guarded?
Maybe literally pick her up?
Yeah, that's
I
kind of what I was
just
asking.
been.
Is the silent spell still going on up here? Yeah.
What's the actually? Hold on a second. What's the duration on that?
6 rounds, I think. I will check. Silence. It is. Duration. 2 rounds to level. So 6 rounds.
Okay. So yeah, that's gonna last 6 minutes. So it's still in effect. Ockar, you drink the potion, and Higgimus. So what were you thinking about securing?
Actually, you know what?
I think the most secure thing you do is pick her up and defend her with your body.
Yeah, I want to make myself not threatening. I put my sword up, sheath my sword, and I hold my hand out to her.
She's in this.
Yeah, she's basically catatonic right now.
I grab
So
her.
just pick her up.
Fireman carrier.
I'll say I'll carry. If Higgimus is gonna carry her, that's fine. Actually, he's better at that. Never mind.
I'm not gonna say anything because we can't say anything. I'm just gonna pick her up then.
Okay. How are you picking her up?
Cradle style?
Yeah,
I
fireman.
guess over my shoulder. Yeah, fireman hold.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe if I can, cradle hold probably better.
Okay. I will
What's
tell
this-
you that would probably be better.
What's that background sound? It sounds like a dog is being tortured.
Yeah. He's whining right now. Sorry about that. I'll mute myself for a minute here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you still want to use the potion?
Yes, because I
Well,
want to.
no, I'm sorry. Sorry, I meant Higgimus, the treasure finding potion.
It's just going to go straight to the closest source of wealth, isn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what it is. It's going to go straight to my pocket. That's where it's going to go.
Or me.
Or Homiko.
I've got 2 gems on me, so I don't know if it counts that. Oh no, magical wealth. We've all got magic on us.
I got 3 gems on me.
It would treat magical wealth as the material wealth that it is. So, like a diamond, an enchanted diamond would count as a diamond. A sword with a gold hilt would be, count as the gold. A plain old steel sword with a plain hilt that is also a +5 Holy Avenger would not count. It would not be detected, essentially.
Leva's got a gold hilted dagger.
So I take a quick look around this room.
Okay. So before you do that, and I have not forgotten your potion there, Ockar. I just want to kind of wrap some things up first. All right. That is going to be, where is that? Okay. All right, so this is a pretty well-appointed room, although there are now some, weapon marks on the floor and walls from thrown weapons. Let's see. So in this corner of the room, near where Homiko was, there is a 2-foot statue made of bronze of a rearing chimera. And it appears to have, like a slightly different bronze for the mane of the chimera, and it has some green gems of some sort for eyes. And up on the dais, back in this corner, is a kind of a boxy ornamental set of armor. It is made of red laminated plates that appear to be rimmed in some sort of metal, and the helmet kind of has a flared back to it and a metal decoration on top in a kind of a crescent shape. And there is also, it's been overturned in the fighting, but there was a small stand and a drinking horn of some sort, made of an actual horn. Looks like there's some etching on it and a rim of silver. And on the back wall is a large polearm of some sort, with gold bands along the shaft and golden characters inscribed into the shaft, and the blade appears to be made of silver.
I'm grabbing the horn and the blade, or the staff thing.
I would try to tell you not to take anything because guards are probably gonna come.
So I don't know whose belongs to who.
And plus, you can't talk to each other.
Yeah, you can't talk to
Yep.
each other. You can see his
That's
mouth
why I
moving, but
said-
that's about it.
That's what I said. Try, and then I would give an exasperated sigh and roll my eyes. And I'm gonna take the bodies and dump them off the balcony of
Why?
the monstrous creatures.
Just sleep. I can't tell you anything. I give you a disapproving look, but I will take the horn, put it in my large bag, and I will carry the polearm like it was mine to begin with.
Okay, so you're cradling Homiko in one arm while using the other hand to pick up stuff.
I should be able to do that.
Okay, just want to make sure. All right, Ockar, you drink the potion of ESP.
Yes, and I'm going to attempt to detect the thoughts of the surface thoughts of everybody upstairs to see if I can pinpoint if Ryuto and the other guy are still up there, and to see if Homiko is a real Homiko, depending on her surface thoughts.
Okay, you can detect the surface thoughts that you're pretty sure are Higgimus, Leva, Yeldan, Lafdul, and Braxon. You can detect some surface thoughts of someone whose mind is in deep panic right now. The mind is just like reeling and hysterical.
Probably
Okay.
Himiko.
And let me see. Let me double check the range of this.
The range is. What is the level of the potion? Because I don't think I was ever told that.
Doesn't it probably has a specific range? Let me. I'm looking at that right now.
It's like a half foot per level.
All right, give me just a second.
I was planning on heading upstairs before I drank the potion to shorten distance from those people, you know.
All right. That's 5 yards per level. Up to 90. I'm kind of tempted to just say 90, although I think there's a. Let me see. These things might operate at a specific level.
I think it says the same as second level.
They don't get a saving throw, so if they are within range, I should be able to detect their thoughts.
Yeah, it's. I'm just gonna. I mean, you can easily detect the thoughts of everyone in this building. And those are the only thoughts that you can pick up right now.
So I cannot pick up Ryuto or the other person?
Nope.
So I guess it definitively means they got away. If I can't pick up their service thoughts.
Either that or they don't think.
Well, you'd think since they're intelligent beings, they would think.
Oh, you can pick up the thoughts of the creature that is now tied up. I'm sorry, I should have mentioned that.
Okay, so that proves that I can detect the thoughts of these monsters.
Alright.
What does it think?
Yeah,
It is
what's on its mind?
incredibly angry.
Yeah,
Really?
And
Yeah.
it's in a lot of pain.
Is it dying?
Let me actually double check. It's not bleeding out, no.
Here,
I need to double check to see if it.
I'm also going to use Cure Light Wounds on myself and on Ockar.
No need. I can use my lay on hands on myself. So I'm gonna look at the other side.
Oh.
I cannot detect the thoughts of the others. They must have gotten away.
Once I get downstairs, I'll say to people, not necessarily knowing, because my ears are still ringing.
Yeah.
I'll say, I'll look at the rope. Is it Braxon's magical rope that they
Oh,
use?
it's mine.
I'll say, use the twine and I'll tap a belt pouch. Use the twine in this one.
Isn't
Slur.
that the sharp stuff?
Can I use
No.
the lay on hands now to give myself an extra 8 hit points?
Yeah, you can use your lay on hands.
But they won't be able to break it.
I think we should
it's
ask
the
a question.
it's the
so we can-
fisherman. I'm sorry. You're talking about the fisherman wire.
Let Leva continue what she was saying,
Yeah.
please.
All right.
I think we should ask it our questions while the potion is still active, because even if it lies, you might be able to discover its real thoughts.
Okay, I guess I'll go over to the tied up thing and say, where did your boss go?
It can't actually answer.
Well, no, I'm using the detect thoughts
Right.
to detect what it's thinking when I ask that.
Okay. Now, as you're doing this, the guards do arrive. Higgimus, you can't hear what's said. Did Yeldan, did you come down as well?
After I put the body over I realized there was only one corpse up there. After I put the body over, yep.
Okay.
Because I wanted the guards to see that there were monsters here. Is the reason why I did that.
I guess I'll make a gesture like, whoa there, or hold on a second. And then I'll
Yeah,
say,
fine.
I've been deafened. Is somebody else able to talk for us?
No, because I can dispel the deafening, I think.
No, he's
No.
Can I?
he's deafened from the
Oh.
creature with the squawk. You're still also deafened.
You mean
Still.
to the guards? Well, I already said what Braxon was going to say.
All right, sorry, I missed what you'd said then, Braxon.
Well, this was before we realised that those other people were going to do some stuff. When the guards arrived and said, "What's going on here?" Braxon said, "Some creatures abducted a lady and brought her here, and we've come in to rescue her. Come and help us."
Yeah.
The leader of the guards looks at Higgimus carrying Homiko. She's not screaming anymore, but she's sobbing and kind of shaking. And he says, "What is that? Her?"
That's her. Yeah, we
gonna-
captured one of them. The others have got to escape or been killed.
He looks at the two corpses of the crow-like creatures.
And this big monster in the hallway.
Well, he's still outside right now, so he doesn't see that. You know, you guys are kind of all standing there in the doorway. Never seen creatures like this before.
I motioned them to look at this inside to look at something.
You're gonna motion them to follow you, kind of thing. Yeah. Okay. What you got in there?
And I point towards that big creature.
What the hell is that?
I
Is that some sort of ogre?
I tap my ear and kind of shake my head.
Braxton says they all look like humans when we met them. They're some sort of shape changers.
They didn't. They look like
Well-
dwarves.
Some look
No.
like dwarves, some look like humans.
This one looked like a human.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the crowd one looks like dwarves, and the ogre ones look like human.
Yeah, this one looked like a human, and then he changed form to punch me so hard in the chest my armor shredded.
Did somebody tell the guards? I say aloud. Did somebody tell them about this being the home of a the lord here was actually a Shou vampire?
We don't know if he was a vampire. We know whatever his name, whatever the
that
name
thing
is.
was.
Yeah.
Has my silence disappeared?
No, your
It's
silence
upstairs.
is still in effect.
Yeah, so
It's
no one
only
can
up-
talk.
No, that's upstairs primarily.
No, I targeted it on Homiko.
Oh right.
Oh,
Very specifically, I said on Homiko. So if Ryuta
Right.
wanted to take her, he couldn't cast spells if he was using spells.
I completely forgot about that. All right, so we should say
If I were to
reminded me
Okay.
earlier. Yeah, because no one has been able to say anything this entire time.
Okay, if I would have noticed that
You
was
wouldn't have noticed anything because you still can't hear.
I would have tried to motion.
hold
like-
on. I wouldn't notice that people were trying to talk and they'd be like, "What? No, I can't hear you. What?" I wouldn't notice that.
Well,
I wouldn't notice that people were trying to talk and nobody was able to hear anything.
you would notice
Not
some
necess-
confusion. You would notice some confusion, but you wouldn't necessarily understand what it is because you don't even know that there's a silent spell in effect.
Okay, I would think that we would have somebody would have pointed this out in the time intervening or between all this stuff here.
How big is how large is the area of effect of the silent spell?
30-foot
15 foot.
diameter.
Because I went outside, so I should have been able to talk to them, shouldn't I?
Well, except Higgimus brought Homiko down.
Yes, but I was still outside.
Yeah, but Homiko's beside you.
Can't you cancel this spell?
I don't know that I can. It
No.
doesn't say that I can.
Okay.
He'd have to
Well,
dispel
it-
it with magic to dispel
Did you
that.
did you
I
bring
ain't wasting
Homiko
that.
outside? Did you bring Homiko outside, or is she still inside?
Yeah, he's.
Oh
with
my
Asher.
god. Okay. Would you not be able to be like, "Hey," or motion me away so that people could talk?
Yeah, I would. I was trying to say that.
Okay.
I would point to Homiko, and I would point like across the area, and I would point at you, then point at the other end,
I will move.
and I would also point at the guards and say over there, if they'll get my understanding.
Okay, where are you
Right.
going to move to?
Opposite end
Higgins.
of the courtyard.
Braxon will walk to the place where Lafdul is pointing to.
Well, as they walk away, we can talk.
And say roughly what he was going to say. Can we just rewind the game and start again?
Leva still wants Ockar to read this creature's thoughts as we ask it questions.
That's what I'm doing. I'm trying to ask him questions about his boss and everything, and I'm reading his thoughts even though he
can't answer.
Right, but as Higgimus came down, suddenly you couldn't hear yourself ask those questions anymore, and he couldn't hear them. All right, so
why don't you tell me or point me to go back upstairs?
No, I'd point at Hamiko.
Oh. And I go back upstairs. There. I go back upstairs.
Okay.
Problem solved.
Just stay up there until the spell wears off or something.
Go to the balcony.
Well, he doesn't know. He can't hear.
Yeah, that's the problem, is that he doesn't know that Lafdul casts the spell at all.
Lafdul's going to point to a spell scroll, and he's going to point at Hamiko. And then he's going to point at his ears and see if he can put the clues together.
I go back upstairs.
And I'm afraid that the confusion, if you are in a group of hearing impaired people and people who hear normally, the confusion is not actually that big. You wouldn't notice much, except that people look around a bit in a confused manner. But other than that, you wouldn't actually notice much.
Well,
I go back upstairs. Done. I go back upstairs.
Okay.
With Hamiko. Done.
All right. So the guards now being able to speak say, all right. So I'm going to assume that this was basically right after they came in and said, what's going on here, and then Higgimus came down and affected everyone with the silence, then went back up. So, starting from that point.
Yeah.
What exactly is going on here?
So Braxon says a woman got abducted, and some creatures disguised as people and dwarves brought her here. The leaders got away, plus one of the monsters, and we've killed one and we've captured one.
Killed two.
We killed two and we captured one.
Monsters, you say?
Yeah, we need your help. We need to get her to safety.
He seems to notice the bodies on the ground. Oh, never seen the likes of this before. Who is this young lady that you speak of?
Her name's Hamiko, and she is she's related to. Hang on.
Master.
Yeah, she's related to
the daughter of Himashta.
Yeah. Master Nobelon.
Oh.
Mangled his name.
All right. That's someone over in the Shou town, I assume.
That's correct.
So
he's not quite in Shou town, but yeah.
So what? What do you know about the person who lived here then?
Apparently, he's been trying to pass himself off as some kind of, Shou noble, and had been trying to seduce this woman that we had to come rescue, who is, and the woman is going to get married soon, and we've been hired to protect her, and in this case, rescue her. There are theories that either he's some kind of spellcaster or he's some kind of spirit monster thing that's trying to use her for some kind of ritual or something.
He's a spirit. If you believe Mayo Baba, he is a spirit.
All right. Well, go ahead.
Get
This young lady down here. I'll need to hear from her.
You guys tell him who we were.
Well, apparently there's a spell around there that keeps us from talking, so we have to wait for that to wear off, considering what happened when our friend came down here with her earlier.
Yeah, we're the company of the broken sword, by the way.
Oh, the spell is on her? Oh, all right.
But if we work out where we're going to take her, we can bring her down and we can go to a place of safety. But we'll have to decide what we're going to do before we bring her down if she's still got silence on her.
Well, I
think
got some men with me. Let me I mean, this is a pretty serious issue. I'll need to get my supervisor involved. Let me send a message back to the watch captain.
We were able to paralyze this monster here. We think he'll probably be our best source of information for questioning.
You're gonna bring him into the house to see that?
Yeah, I'm gonna show him the monster that we captured.
Are you going to tell him about the potion, so we can actually keep it
and
to the question is?
Yes, and I have a potion of ESP up that I tried to use to detect if the person we're after is still here, so I can detect the surface thoughts of the creature.
You might, when you send your messenger back, you might want to tell him to bring a cart, because this creature's going to be a bit hard to take down a jail. It's quite heavy.
Yeah. Well,
tell him to get some Giff soldiers.
Yeah, I'll have to get some Giff. Don't have too many carts here on Brawl. Yeah, let me get that message out. He steps away and motions to a couple of his men to come in and kind of keep an eye out and watch what's going on while he goes and talks to one of his other men. While he's doing that, what do you guys want to do?
Well, I'm going to try to question this thing. Even though it can't respond normally, I'm going to be detecting its thoughts in case for what he's thinking when I ask the questions.
I'm going to have help Ockar.
How are you going to
do you
help
have
Ockar?
ESP?
Maybe think of more questions.
Okay. All right. So, what are you going to ask him first?
Well, I'm going to ask, where would your boss have gone, when he escaped?
Where would he have gone? All right. Let's see. The thoughts that you get from him vary from along the lines of, I would really like to rip off this human's head and suck the marrow from his neck. Variations upon that.
I asked the creature, what type of creature is your boss?
We already know the answer to that.
Well, we don't know exactly. He'll probably make it more exact.
All you get, Ockar, is something along the lines of, why are they asking me about this? He's just my master. All right, Higgimus, what did you want to do while they're doing this?
So I'm upstairs, right?
Yeah.
While all this is going on?
Yeah.
Is there anybody up here with me?
No.
Braxon was going to pop up, get his stuff.
Okay. Then Braxon comes up after you've come up.
I pulled up one hand, was like 1 second, type 1 second, and I point to Hamiko and I try to hand her over to Braxon.
Okay.
I do that. I walk over to that statue thing. I pull out my little chisel thing. Can I chisel out those gems?
You have a chisel?
Yeah, you can if you want.
Please stop
Is that
on
gonna take
Braxton.
How long does that take?
I don't know.
Or how long do I think it will take?
It might take a couple minutes.
Please
You're
stop
also
on
complete
Braxton.
silence, so
Yeah.
no one can hear you.
Yeah, so I'll do that real
Higgimus,
quick.
why do you want to do that? Just
Oh,
out of
Deb.
interest?
He
Curiosity?
wants the money, but it's a really bad idea with God.
Nope. Stop it.
If he wants to
If
do
he's
it,
gonna do
Lafdul
that.
would do that.
Well,
Okay,
I
so
still
you're
haven't
gonna-
gotten an answer from Higgimus. Everybody else has said something, but Higgimus himself hasn't said anything.
So it doesn't look like they would just pop right out.
No, you'd need to work it, and it would probably deform the. I mean, you'd need to, gouge the bronze around the eye sockets.
Okay.
Can't,
And
can't
it's-
he steal the entire statue and get
How big
tied
is
to
the
that
statue,
later?
actually?
It's 2 feet tall.
2 feet tall?
Puts in his 2-foot size backpack.
Yeah,
I
just
look at
shove
my
it in your
backpack. Look at my backpack thing. Will it fit in there?
How much do you have in there right now? I mean, it's
If
you
it's
could
a
put it in there. It
gift-sized
might
backpack,
look
it'll
weird. You
probably
might not
fit.
have a lot of other space. I mean, it's not. I mean, it's big and kind of bulky. It's a rearing chimera statue. It's not intended to be put in a backpack.
Even one size for a large creature?
Yes.
Most of my stuff is in my belt pouches.
Braxon,
Pay him
My pole's in there.
after all of this.
Braxon
I'm a
comes
cop,
over
isn't
and taps Higgimus on the shoulder
Mm-hmm.
or somewhere, and points at the head of the statue, taps Age's burden, and does like a sort of chopping off head.
Oh
Does
God!
sort of, does
I
sort
I
of,
think it'll be more valuable if you take the statue with you.
I shake my head and I just grab the statue and I pick up Hamiko. Or I put my backpack on, grab the statue, grab Hamiko.
Okay.
What?
And I'm
Where
just
is
gonna take it
where
with-
is this polearm while you're doing all this then?
in the cuff of my arm.
So you're carrying Homiko, a polearm, and the statue.
Yes.
Okay, back downstairs.
Well then, now
asking the questions to this creature. Ockar and Leva, do you have any other questions that you want to ask it right now?
Why does your master want Hamiko so much?
You get the impression that it doesn't really know, but it's thinking about how tasty she would be.
I ask you, what's your master's name?
The name that you know, Aguto Ryoto, flips into his mind for a second, Ockar, before the creature starts, thinking about how much it would like to smush this tiny little female into paste.
Can I go and pick up one of the katanas from one of the dead bird monsters?
Yeah.
I have a question for it. Does your master have any secret hideouts in the city?
I'm keeping the ESP up. I just want to take one of the katanas as a kind of trophy kind of thing.
Oh yeah, it doesn't go away. I mean, you can't just end it early.
Yeah. So while they ask questions and I keep listening to the thoughts, I'm going to grab a katana from one of the creatures because I want to keep it.
Okay. The creature briefly thinks as Yeldan asks this question that there are no secret hideouts.
So they don't have a secret place to go to.
Maybe.
Does your master own any other property in the city?
Ockar, you get the surface thought of no.
He does not.
What time of day is it?
It's midday.
What
It's still
does your
midday.
does your master have any appointments today?
I have a doctor's appointment.
You don't get anything other than the thought of how much this creature asking it questions would taste with teriyaki sauce.
What's Ryuta's real form?
We've asked something similar. What is it?
Again, you get the idea that this creature would really, really like to feast on all of your flesh.
Yummy.
Okay.
I have
Now at this point, the guard comes back with some more, with the rest of his troop, minus a few who have run up the street, and he says to you guys, asking this thing, this creature questions. Hey, do you have any idea what this creature is? I've never seen its like before, although it does remind me of some goblinoids.
What does it think? What does the creature think?
What are you? I asked the creature while keeping the ESP up.
You get the distinct impression that it wants you to bite him. For some reason, it says, that the only thought in its mind is bite me.
What the?
I'm debating if I want to kick this thing in the face, but I'm not sure if that's technically lawful good.
I asked, what's your name?
Wow, same thought again.
I don't think we're gonna get anything more out of it. We have no idea what it is.
I take it your magic interrogation isn't netting you any results. The guard captain says.
It's not being cooperative anymore.
It seems to think of us as dinner.
I'm not surprised with teeth like that.
I'll say this: be careful around it. If it does regain its, if it gets out of paralysis, it is a strong son of a bitch. I say as I point to my shredded
Lafdul
chainmail.
attempts. Oh. Well, Lafdul would mumble something long about shape changer. He's still deaf.
All right. By the way, actually, Lafdul, you're no longer deaf.
Yeah, I can hear.
I'm
Higgimus
gonna
can as
motion
well.
to the big bloody wound on my chest and the shredded chainmail and say, "Don't underestimate that son of a bitch."
So yeah, Lafdul, the ringing in your ears has gone away. Higgimus, the ringing in your ears has also gone away, but you still can't hear anything.
All right. Well,
Am I
at least it
still
doesn't
small?
bother me anymore.
Am I still small?
Jesus Christ.
Am I still small?
Oh dear. Anyways.
So you can at least run Higgimus' shoulder now.
Don't the guards look at me strangely?
Old.
Not really. I mean, you're small, but they may just think that you're a
A
Kender or
gnome.
something.
Oh. Kenders aren't that small. And they
No, but they could be. Young Kender certainly would be. Braxon, you had a question?
Yeah. Braxon picked up the various swords.
Yeah.
Sword that the guy threw away, and did someone else throw their sword away?
Well, there's
Everyone
the
threw the
sword of the dead creature that's up there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
That was up
have.
there.
If anyone else left their sword there, Braxon will pick up their sword to give back to them. Is there anything
Yes.
else lying around?
Well, there's a big club that the big guy dropped when he rolled a critical failure.
Well, that's
Last
down.
time.
That's downstairs. On the upper floor, there's some furniture, some small portable tables that are stacked in the far corner that no one actually ended up going to. There is that big suit of ornamental armor, and there are two swords. There's the very large sword that the creature dropped when he tried to attack you, and then there's the smaller sword that the crow creature dropped when it died. Yeldan already picked up his own sword.
Right. Oh, well, I suppose the small sword looks like Braxon's sword, but he can pick up the big one.
No,
He'll probably have to.
it doesn't look like your sword. It's curved, it's long, only has one edge, has a longer hilt than yours.
Right.
Your sword disappeared.
No, it's just free swords. Free swords, man. It's free swords. You take them and you walk out with them. You say, I don't know, they were unarmed.
Yeah, I'm
Well, they
just
didn't need
taking the
weapons,
katana with me because as a trophy and in case I want to learn how to use it.
Yeah, Braxton's also going to get his rope back.
Okay.
But there's nothing else to steal.
A katana would be a different proficiency, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exotic.
if I want to, yeah, but if I end up leveling up at some point, I'd be able to get that proficiency in there.
All right. So, what do you guys want to do while waiting for the guards to come back with some men to take this creature to be interrogated?
Lafdul's gonna have a rummage around the building.
Well,
with some guards.
I'm gonna tell the guards everything we found out about the fact that apparently the creature doesn't have any secret hideouts the used to be here, so he either is gonna come back or he's gone.
Braxon's going to search the stage area upstairs for clues.
Leva also tells them what we found out at Mayobaba's, that if the guard manages to run into Ryuto, that they know about the Willowbark stuff and that it needs a stake. What do we know about needing a stake? Well, maybe it needs a stake. That it needs to be staked.
I guess I'll check on Hamiko and do my best to calm her down, comfort her, that kind of thing, to get her out of this catatonic kind of state.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and I'll mention from what I've seen, Homiko's currently in a catatonic state from watching creatures people transform into monstrous creatures.
I'll try my best to calm her
just
down.
leave out
To
the
the
part
guards.
about people breaking into the window with weapons at the ready too. Yeah.
Well, we were already coming to. We were told that she was captured, and this was our best lead, so we were coming in to kick butt anyway.
I understand that. Does
Yeah.
she?
No.
All right. So you guys are gonna kind of like wait around for some of these spell effects to wear off and stuff like that too.
Yeah,
Yep.
and I'll do my best to try to comfort Hamiko, all that stuff.
Okay.
Do we need to? We should search the place for clues.
That's what Lafdul wants to do. He wants to rummage around.
Yeah, so you're gonna be Lafdul's gonna be rummaging around. Braxon said he wanted to search the upper floor some more.
Is the potion still active? ESP of a potion?
The
Yeah.
ESP lasts for.
ESP potion lasts for a long time.
Yeah.
So the silence 15-foot radius wears off. The fog cloud that has been moving out into the street dissipates. When it does, the guard says, "Oi, were these creatures responsible for that too?"
I'll say I don't know.
Anyone?
And I'll look at Leva.
Does Ockar hear the question?
What question?
Okay.
I wasn't paying attention.
It's fine.
Nothing.
Then Ockar wasn't paying attention. So who's gonna say something?
I said I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe. I did. There was a period of where I was in darkness, so I couldn't see any spell casting. A darkness spell was cast.
Poisoning the air brawl is a pretty serious offense, and these guys definitely sound bad.
They sure do.
Leva whistles very quietly and walks away.
All right,
It wasn't.
Lafdul,
Except
where
you know that it wasn't poisonous. So
Lafdul, where do you want to look?
On the first floors.
Right.
We've not explored 2 rooms yet. What's
In the
that
black
room.
bits.
Yeah, what's in there? Somewhere.
Okay, so you're gonna go into the one that the walls have been basically destroyed.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So right now the room is fairly empty, although you can see that there's stuff stacked in like one corner, and kind of like cabinets and cupboards. There's like folded up mattresses, essentially, blankets, sheets, that sort of thing. There's also a collapsible table, piles of cushions. It looks like all of this could be, laid out for, turned into a bedroom, a dining room, just kind of a flexible room all around.
Nothing strikes me as immediately valuable.
Not really. I mean, the
Next room.
the stuff is nice. It might be somewhat valuable, but it's also bulky and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd look in the next room. I can come back to that one.
Define next room.
The opposite room.
Okay. You know what? I need to get rid of this turn tracker. I don't need it up anymore. Okay. This room is pretty clearly a functions as a study. There's a portable writing table, some cushions as well. There's assorted writing materials, sheets of paper, quills, ink, brushes, things of that nature. There is a shelf against the back wall here.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a big shelf, but it's a small shelf. There's maybe 8 books on it, and a few scrolls.
I look through them.
You can't make out these anything in these texts. They appear to be written in some kind of glyph-based language.
Can I?
No.
Okay.
They seem similar to the writings that you've seen around Shoutown.
Too bad we don't have a comprehend languages ready.
There's nothing to say that we can't take them to decipher. Guess. How heavy are them? How heavy are they?
The books are about a pound each, and the scrolls are... They're pretty tightly bound and with wooden rollers kind of thing. They are half a pound.
They fit them in my backpack? Yeah, we sort through them later.
Yeah, you can fit them in your backpack.
I'd like to take them to Maya Baba. Maybe she can read them.
Okay.
Yeah, don't you have
Do
you have the comprehend language spell?
Yes, but I haven't memorized it. I could try and recruit Stürmer for reading it, but I won't be responsible for the result.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that counts as a last resort type situation.
Not really.
So yeah, you can take those. The books are held in place by a pair of brass bookends that are kind of sculpted to look like flowers intertwined on a trellis.
How many books are there?
8, I think.
And a few
That
scrolls.
would work out. Let's see, I've got 22, that's 30, and I'm allowed... I forget how much I'm allowed to carry without being...
It should be near the top.
Anyway, I probably am not allowed to carry as much now I'm so small.
The books would be huge.
Yeah, the books would be huge for you. You'd have to wait until that wears off before you'd really be able to do much else. Because they don't
I
have
can
to
just carry them. I'm going with you anyway, so...
Okay. Do you mind if I take the scrolls?
Yeah. I'm not being possessive of them.
The thing is like I think the guard is gonna have an objection to this.
They
And
won't see
if the
it.
guard finds out.
How many scrolls were there?
The guard and his men have been taking the guy out into the yard. There are 3 scrolls.
Okay.
I will add 8 a random assortment of books. I'm going to jumble them around my backpack, so they're not at the top.
Okay.
And I'm a wizard. I carry scrolls wherever I go.
In addition, in the far corner of the room down here, there is an unusual 2-foot-tall harp. Not really something that you've ever seen before. It's made of a pale reddish wood, and looks like there are, it's chased with silver.
It's not cherry wood. No.
Might be. I don't know. You're not. You could roll me an herbalism check. Actually, that would probably work.
I have herbalism.
Well, he's the one. Well, I mean, I don't know. He's the one who brought it up.
Okay, let him roll.
What? Where the hell is it? Herbalism 13 minus 2. Oh god. Here goes nothing.
Well,
Yeah, no, you don't recognize the type of what it is.
I'm gonna. Well, this is all going. I'm gonna go and get Braxton's rope, magic rope.
He said he
He
got
already
it.
Yeah,
got it.
he is already getting it.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Can I do another herbalism check for it as well? Since I'm more or less standing beside or behind Lafdul.
Lafdul, would you have said anything about the wood? Prompted her, given her a reason to consider what it might be?
Probably not.
I'm just. I mentioned that you're not familiar with woods, are you? I think it might be some kind of cherry blossom. I'm completely wrong, but that's what I'm just going with. That's how I would word it.
I've got herbalism, so I could see whether I might identify it.
That's up to you. Just so you know, it's got a flat base. It's fairly narrow. It's kind of leaning up against the wall. It's clearly not designed to be a standing harp, and it's got a long curved top.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it always harps?
I ask Lafdul, why would you want to find out what type of wood this is?
I don't know. Might be worth something.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cherry wood.
Yeah, I thought it was cherry wood.
And now, do we take it with?
Do I know how valuable cherry wood is?
It can be valuable. I mean, it also has, silver on it.
Yeah, it's not something we can carry, though. How big is it?
2 feet tall.
Same size as leather at the moment.
A little bit shorter. She's like 2'8".
How heavy is it if I try to lift it up? Just out of curiosity. I'm
Not
not
very
gonna.
heavy.
I don't.
It's pretty clearly intended to be held or carried.
Put it on top of the statue
Higgimus.
Higgimus is carrying around.
Well, Higgimus is still upstairs.
The guards would see me put this up, take this out, wouldn't they?
If you can't conceal it, yeah, they might see you do that.
I'm gonna see if I can take it out round the back.
There is no back door.
Yeah, well, as far as you know, there's no back door.
All right, I'm gonna look.
Actually,
on that
no,
first.
you have no idea one way or the other because you weren't back there. You haven't been into the back of the house yet.
Oh yes, it was
They're
Braxon,
paper walls, aren't
Yeldan, and I.
The interior walls are paper. The front walls are like half paper, and like waist high are wood, and then above that is paper.
Yeah. Let me shrug. There's nothing. There's no gems or anything valuable in it.
Not on the harp, no.
Yeah, I come back to that. Maybe.
I
What's
asked
over there?
Sorry.
What? No, I'm only going over there. What were you going to ask?
I asked Lafdul, is this an instrument that could be useful for a bard?
Yeah, a bard would be interested in it. But how are we going to get it past the guards?
We might be able to take it at the back. But we need a rope.
We could take it upstairs, and from upstairs we could get it outside the house, but...
And there was me thinking Lafdul was a well-known bard.
Let's check the back of the room first. We can come back to that.
Okay.
All right.
What's from... we walk over here. What's around here?
Okay,
Ooh.
This is a kitchen. There are shelves with food and ingredients, dried goods in cupboards, and this is a hearth over here.
I look to Leva. You're a cook, aren't you? Anything valuable around here, cooking-wise?
I am a cook, am I? Just a moment, I need to
You've got
check whether
cooking,
I'm a
haven't you?
cook.
Pretty sure you are. I think. I know someone's got it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Levi is a cook.
Which I asked the question to her whether or not she'd actually want to go on it. See if there's any useful cooking stuff.
So
Totally
she looks
scrounging.
around. So she looks around, and what does she see?
Most of it's pretty common stuff. There's some...
Any incense? After wants some incense.
Oh, that's just too funny.
No.
Oh, damn it.
Rolled for it.
So that decorative armor that they found, would it be in any way useful as actual armor?
Decorative.
Maybe, but you don't know. You're still downstairs.
Well, if they had told me about
And
that,
you're
I'd go
lawful
upstairs
good.
and check it.
Unlike
He
the
won
rest.
it in
I don't
combat.
know. I mean, if you wanted to, I mean, you haven't been upstairs yet at all. If you wanted to head up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna head upstairs.
Okay.
What are the herbs that I can see in the kitchen?
Mostly just spices for cooking. Nothing, some stuff that you're not really familiar with. There is some meat that kind of makes you queasy looking at it because you don't recognize it as any meat that you're familiar with.
Uh-huh.
Lafdul makes that
Is
better not be
it's
elf
cook
meat.
cook meat or raw meat?
It is raw meat in kind of a cold storage thing. It looks like it could probably keep meat in there cool for a couple days before it would, get really, really rank kind of thing.
Well, Levi is quite an experienced cook, so she should be able to recognize a lot of things. Could it be human?
Go ahead and roll me a cooking proficiency check.
Oh.
Soylent Green is people.
Looking at it, it's hard to say because I mean, it's not like you've ever prepared humanoid
Human.
meat, but you feel that it's probably some sort of humanoid, human, elf, dwarf, something like that. I mean,
Are
you
the guards
typically
still
only
there?
see those meats, after someone's been, killed or injured in battle, as opposed to sitting in a cold storage thing.
Can you hear that?
Are the guards still around?
Yeah, they're outside, out front.
I go and get the guards and I say, I think I recognize humanoid meat in the cold storage. Could be human, could be elves, could be something else, but it's humanoid.
What? Show it to me. Let me see that.
So I take them back. I show it to them.
Are you sure? Doesn't look that much different from pork or something, beef or something. I don't know.
Well, it's
how sure are
definitely not. No, I'm fairly sure it's. You see, pork and beef and stuff, they look the same. Like you see the back legs and the front legs, whereas if it's something humanoid, you see it's more like arms and legs instead of 4 legs.
This is
Well, we know those monsters like to
gross.
devour us, so that's not a far stretch.
Oh yeah, yep. That's a good point. All right, so definitely does sound like this thing out here might be some kind of ogre or something. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
They're shape changers anyway. We know that much.
Well, I think
They like to
I think there are some ogres that can do something like that. Not fought too many of them myself, but I've heard stories. Well, the men should be here soon to cart this guy away. Probably be jettisoning him, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
Try and get some information out of him first.
Oh, certainly.
Yeah, we need to find out where Ryotu got off to.
Yes, his master is definitely worse than any of these creatures. What we do know is that his master is someone who consumes female energy or something.
Sounds like a vampire.
Well,
Sounds like it.
It may sound like it. It's not certain that it is one. If it is a shower spirit, then it could be similar to a vampire, but not necessarily be one.
Yeah, I don't know the differences and nuances of these sorts of things, but I don't know. If it drains life, and probably a vampire, even if it's known by another name. But yeah, we'll definitely be keeping an eye on them. Are you gonna need an escort to take the young lady home?
We should be fine.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be okay. We wait until she calms down, and then we take her back to her father.
Okay. By this point, the silence spell has ended.
Well, you said it where they went.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. By this point, the silent spell has ended. So, all right. So you guys don't want to have an escort back to her house.
Might be nice.
We're in the middle of a city.
Yeah. He's not going to strike in the middle of a busy street.
You don't know that.
We don't
know
really know what to expect in their home. However, if Ryuto left and went straight to the master house, then he may have killed all the people there.
I think
So maybe.
I think it'd be a good idea to have them with us as backup in case he were to attack us at the house or on the way there.
Yeah, I think so.
Because a lot of us are really, really injured or we're out of spells.
It would also
almost all mine.
It would also look good to our employer if we came back with an escort.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. I guess escort. Well, I got outvoted, so.
But before that, I'm gonna take a look at this armor upstairs to see if it would be useful for now, because I'm lacking armor of any kind at the moment.
Well, I mean, you still own the splint armor.
Well, are we willing to make a trip to my house to go pick up the splint armor?
Yeah, you're in no shape to fight. So.
Yeah, you can't fight anyway, so
if
you just stay out of combat.
I'm gonna join in, even if I'm this messed up.
Remember, you could always send someone to the ship to, muster some of your crew members to help you out in some ways, too.
That's a good idea. I'll also ask if he can send a runner to our crew to meet us at the estate. Or the
okay, if they're doing that, then I'll say have that person also ask the crew to go to my place and get my splint armor while we're so they can bring it to the house.
I don't think the guard will do that.
The guards aren't going to carry a message like that. They're just going to go to the ship and say that some of the crew needs to go meet their captain and leaders, kind of thing.
Do we have any paper and a quill or pen so I can write down a message for them to give them?
You can just send them out.
I would have found.
You can just send them out after they arrive.
Yeah, it's not a big
message to make sure that I get the stuff I need.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying that you could, select, when they arrive, then you can start sending them out to other places if you need to.
Okay, that works fine.
Because besides, they'd have to pass through the area anyways. The master residence quite close to the dockyards.
Yeah.
How long would it take to take off Ockar's broken armor and put on this armor?
Quite a while. I mean, it would take a number of rounds. Not that much time to get rid of his old armor. I mean, it's ripped and stuff like that, and
he is lawful good.
It's a male shirt. He can just.
He's 4-in-1, defending someone's honor. He's got rights of spoils.
But it's also
this is a monster that we're dealing with. So I'm less iffy about taking something from its house.
Hold on. There's something else you gotta know. This armor is decorative. It's not necessarily functional.
Even if it's decorative,
it looks like it probably would be functional, because it is made out of steel. It's lacquered steel, but it's also edged in another metal of some sort that's a precious metal. It looks like it's electrum.
Well, it's going to be more useful than my shredded chain.
Just don't get this shredded.
The guards are also right there. Just saying.
This is the monster that we're dealing with. It doesn't matter.
Braxon was going to take it anyway. So.
Yeah, the guards are downstairs. What I'm figuring is Ockar would have had stuff on top of his armor, like a tabard or something, maybe?
I do.
Right, so if we take that off, get rid of your armor.
You can't wear a tabard over this.
Okay.
This is
You have to adjust it.
For those wondering exactly what this is, out of character, this is Oyuroi armor. This is the classic heavy samurai armor. It's nothing like any of the stuff that you guys are used to.
Look, if they have a problem with it, I will explain that this is a monster that we're dealing with, and I need armor to help protect me in case it shows up again.
All right, well, we're going to address that after the break. It is about time to take a break. So we can discuss that in between. I want to also remind everyone that I am streaming for Extra Life. Those who want to make a donation, I'll be getting the link in the channel again. And I would definitely appreciate getting us towards the goal. I already hit the $200 goal that I had set initially. This being my first year doing this and everything like that. So I increased the goal to $600. We'll see if we can hit that. So any support people can give towards that would be fantastic. And once the Spelljammer adventure is done for the day, I will be picking up a multiplayer game of Stellaris. When it's time to get that going, I'll be putting the connection information on Discord and on Patreon. So
nice.
That's going to be about 2 hours from now, though. All right, we'll be back in about 10 minutes with more of the Spelljammer.
So we good?